Both sidelines.
This is you going for PSG.LGD.
PSG.LGD. Oh yeah,
you said it at the start.
Yep.
Yeah, this is you going for them. This is the odds you had, the 1 and the 2. You weren't right the first one, but you can still win the series. You know, you're still good.
I was campaigning for GPK Kunkka.
Yes.
It happened, so I will pick them. Give me Virtus Pro.
Okay. I must say I'm a little torn. I was expecting big things from VP. And even though they played really good Dota, I'm also thrown off by the Undying. I can't really... I'm going for VP. Gotta go for the guys and give them a shot. And I hope that we get to see a third game with these two squads because they have been playing fantastic Dota. And they will play fantastic Dota in game number 2 as well. So let's head over to our commentary team of MLP and Black.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are into the second game of... Never mind. Forget about how you're doing, sir. We're going right back into it. I don't want to hear how you're doing.
Let's go. I love the response too. He's pausing the game, immediately capsing okay in chat. Zooms right away, a real chat. Loving it.
Indeed. How are you feeling about the drafts, Black? I mean, Virtus Pro, they went to the Wraith King, they changed things up. The panel was asking to see the Kunkka. Any faith in these Kunkka pickups? It's one of those heroes that hasn't looked very good recently.
I feel so scared. They're playing against Puck, DP, Troll, and Tusk, 4 of the most contested hero through the entire major, and they combo so well together, you know, like, I am incredibly scared for VP, to say the least. When they hit their timings with Coil and Exorcism, it's gonna be incredibly tough to fight back. Wraith King, though, you know, at least he has that second life to work with.
Battle begins.
Potentially can damage, but I'm favoring LG quite a bit here.
I don't know how to feel about it, right? Because the Wraith King, like, seeing Nightfall how fast he farmed last game on the Jug, theoretically on the Wraith King, it's going to be much faster. You've got the indoor skeletons, you've built into the Midas, the Radiance, everything else. Nightfall just might get to the point where he's just out of control with the fight. That's what I'm kind of thinking.
It's possible.
The
lane could potentially be hard. You know, you can get caught out pretty easily by Tusk, and Puck can lane quite a bit of damage with those Wraith Kings as well. So we'll have to see. If he free farms, sure, we can see the Wraith King dominate the game. But we'll have to see like until minute 3 or 4 whether he's actually free farming or not.
Have a look at the lanes. Mid lane, GPK and Nothing to Say going to be up against each other. The DP and Kunkka. Kunkka still one of those heroes that is quite potent in the laning phase, thanks to that Tidebringer. Of course, Nothing to Say on the DP is playing DP and has Spirit Siphon. You think GPK has much of a chance of winning out this lane on the Kunkka? Maybe just with that Tidebringer abuse?
Not at all. Like, DP is considered one of the hardest counters to Kunkka on lane. I'm expecting him to do very well, especially as the levels go higher. Spirit Siphon level 2, level 3
has been
will just, you know, exponentially increase in strength. You're getting bullied out of lane at that point.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Top lane, a bit of a pull here. It's like save, got a creep wave over for DM, just wanting to farm that up safely. Why trying to intervene, but it's not really much he can do, especially when they're split up. The Undying.
You don't have the size.
Undying actually last pick of a draft. What a time.
Same's trying to give a backwise wave. A lot of damage being pumped out by the Phoenix. That's actually going to salve himself up.
Not the easiest lane, even with Undying. Like Phoenix as well as Mars have a lot of parry potential. Going a little bit on the Mars here, but just fine. And I think it's gonna be more of resources up here. Like, they're gonna bring out a lot of healing cells, a lot of tangos on the Radiant side, and so will Undying will have to do the same thing to see who gets the better end of it. Should be the Undying, but as I said, a lot of potential for outplay here on Radiant.
Well, it's very smart what Save is doing. He just continues to pull the wave back behind the tier 1 tower and then just kind of splitting the heroes up so they can't get maximum value out of the decay. And as you can see, Y he's going to just start warding rather than actually staying in lane now. I think this is very clever from Save, just ensuring that Y gets no value. Very good stuff.
That's the cookie cutter way of playing a lane that you are inherently at a disadvantage in. You know, keep pulling the wave, try to get it behind your tower, deny that extra wave from the troll, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Denied.
GPK mid lane, still very even with Nothing to Say. There was a bit of a moment there with Nothing to Say was diving the Kunkka, but overall, GPK has been able to heal himself up and just get a reset going. So far, so good for Virtus.pro, I've got to say. I mean, I really did expect the DP to have a bit more of an advantage, but it hasn't really been the case as of yet. So I say that, Sinq's here now. It is only to protect the Arcane Rune that Nothing to Say, of course, does want. Gets the full bottle now, and well, maybe with the Arcane, things do get slightly more hard.
Especially level 6 when he hits an exorcism, with a lot of potential for a kill, especially with a passification. But yeah, GPK, one of the best Kunkkas in the world. He is definitely overplaying his hand a little bit in this lane here.
GPK back off bot lane. Looks like they are trying to make the jump in onto Kingslayer. Not quite enough damage yet as the tag team does wear off for Sinq. Speaking of that bot lane, Nightfall having a pretty darn good time. 25 and 7. He is 4 CS behind the troll, but in terms of his own farm, he doesn't seem to be too badly affected by Faith Beyond's hunt, at least quite yet. Just judging by his farm now, he should be good to go eventually into the jungle and just kind of free farm there for a while.
Yeah, we'll have to see what item he's going for. Probably just the casual face boots and the glove of haste Radiant. He got his Radiant time ASAP, skipping the Midas. Quite a bit. I'm a bit afraid for the Mars, to be honest, like getting pressured quite a lot. At least he's still getting his levels.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Patience from him.
Radiant structures are
Exorcism
fortified.
with a Cannon popped.
Torrent not going to connect, Nothing to Say. We'll just keep sticking around. The siege creep not actually attacking the tower right now. Unfortunately for LGD, now it will. Does lock on, Nothing to Say. They're going to try and dive the DP, but the Spirit Cypher is just keeping so darn healthy. Snowball in there from Sinq. Not sure about that one. Now the rotations are in from their Wraith King Nightfall. Trying to get a kill on this DP, but Nothing to Say. It's still way too fast. Nightfall cannot keep up. They've almost lost that tier 1 mid.
We'll have to deny it here.
Radiant's middle
We'll
tower
get it as
has
well,
been
but it's a
denied.
very early mid tower. Minute 6 is gonna open up the map massively for LGD and their rotations. It's a huge win. We can just see the problem with Kunkka against DP. DP reached level 6 first, Kunkka not even 6 yet, so not able to defend the tower, and they made perfect usage of that timing.
DM's going to try and chase him down. There's no arena up yet. Spear off the mark. He sidestepped for Ame. He's going to head down bot now, and I guess they just get started on the bottom tier 1, right? Like, there's nothing really in the way of stopping them. It's kind of like you said, the Kunkka really not having that much impact yet. Yeah, you don't have the exorcism, but
Radiant's
you can still just force down that tier 1 bot, and there's not really much that Virtus.pro can do about it.
Are scanning.
He has board available, so potentially messed them up quite badly down there, but Mars is not level 6 yet. Like, he'll still need half a minute, and it might be too late to defend the bottom tower. And if you lose bottom and middle this early on into the game, though, your Wraith King is gonna be in a whole lot of trouble. He's gonna have a hard time finding farm in his own jungle.
I think VP don't really want to have to force Nightfall into the triangle this early on, nor do they want him in the dire jungle. But now Nightfall, he has his home. For now. Meanwhile, mid lane, bit of a smoke up here. Nothing to Say in Sinq, gonna start roaming towards the top side. So it looks like LGD want to commit to the tier 1 bot and then try to make a team fight happen up the top lane. And perhaps use the top tier 1 to actually allow everyone to rotate in, as they have started on GPK. Yeah, GPK's gone. First blood will be actually secured by Nothing to Say. The DP able to get the first blood, and BP just have to run. Faith. Save.
Coil.
Very close call, but not quite.
And that's why DP is considered a hard counter to Kunkka. A hero that traditionally considered very tanky, Exorcism, Spirit Siphon, suddenly just melt like butter. GPK died in a matter of seconds, and it's very crazy to think that I just heard first blood at minute 8 in the game. So late, nobody died at all.
I actually must admit I was quite shocked myself. Couldn't believe my eyes for a second there. Mid lane, Xingqiu maybe going a little bit too far on the task. Gets the shard off, does block himself in. Now the snowball right back out. But they got the X. GPK will bring back in the task. Get the kill. First kill there for Virtus Pro this game. But I'm going to tell you, Black, I'm sure you're very concerned as well, but they're losing a lot of map control here, Virtus Pro.
They are, and it shows in the network. They're only 2,000 gold behind. Warlord now has all the space in the world to farm. His own jungle, the enemy jungle, and Wraith King should be falling behind quite a bit here.
Nightfall, he's trying. Fade. It's all through. He'll get vision of Nightfall. Save's now going to move in with the Fire Spirits, but just a bit of harassment. Meanwhile, on the river, PSG.LGD, they're coming. No exorcism up, but they want to just try and force Nightfall out of this farming area. Now Dreamcoil going to be committed right onto that Phoenix save. He can't really do much about this. Snowball will come in from Xingqiu and they will secure another kill. I think LGD, they're playing this perfectly.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, using their low cooldown output to secure a kill. No trouble here. Haste! Walk it off.
GPK, X-Torrent is there onto DP. Shards out, boat gonna fly through, does connect with the Spirit Siphons. It's just so much regen. How do you get through it? Now the arena's down, but the snowball is gonna allow him to get right back out of it and not hurt. The egg is down, Exorcism has been committed. They might be able to get something out of this. They've got the spear. Faith, they want to keep going perhaps. Why? Stuck around, that Tidebringer hit does hurt quite a bit. Now Xingqiu even being X'd up, GPK will bring it back. Torrent, not quite on the mark. Xingqiu wanted to deny but won't get it. And BP suddenly doing a very nice team fight for themselves.
Yeah, DP unfortunately did not have any Spirit Siphons ready. He used them both to survive and get away previously. And a DP without Spirit Siphons is really not that scary. He melted real quick with all the damage coming through from the Radiant. At this point, it's still the strongest team they have. The Exorcism didn't have Puck Coil at the time either. But he cared, didn't get locked down. DP ended up dying. Very good fight here for VP. Putting themselves on the board finally. Still holding on to a 1k gold lead though.
At least VP will have a bit of time to try and get map control back. Get the T1 top tower. The mid tower is going to be the important one to even things out. Has bought a bit of time though for their Wraith King Nightfall to get back in his own jungle, but top lane, GPK, Snowball. Gonna land, let's get X back. Fine. She buys a very late urn on the Kunkka.
He's going for Spirit Vessels still against people who already finished up with Scepter.
Dire's middle tower is under
straight
attack.
away. But yeah, it's not generally a pickup you see this late. Like you want to go for an urn or vessel really early, so you have some power timings with it, but DP already has a counter on luck. We have seen another Spirit Vessel today in another series where Void Spirit went for it pretty late and it had absolutely no impact. And the delays have some strong timing, so I'm a little bit afraid that we experience the same fate here.
Yeah, the Say already having the answer with that Yules. Back at the farm now, Arme. Still top of the net worth board. Nightfall though, getting quite close to that Radiance. He does have the Sacred Relic up. So things are moving for VP. In terms of late game scaling, do you prefer the Wraith King? Do you prefer the Troll? Which one do you think has the better kind of mid to late game?
Wraith King versus Troll, I would generally favor Wraith King. However, I like the supporting cast of Troll much better. DP late game, an absolute monster. You have the Puck Coil late game that goes through BKB, of course, with that axe. Just way better than what Radiant have, in my opinion. Mars, Kunkka will not scale as well.
Lane TP in. Looks like Q might want to go for a smoke with his team, and they will. With the Dire jungle. Where are they heading though?
Triangle, probably trying to find the Wraith King. They might be. Find them.
Faith is there. Dream Coil immediately onto GPK. Still a great target to get, and GPK, he got the boat out, but it really doesn't help. Chance won't catch Kingslayer. It's fine. I guess the only bright side for VP there is Nightfall is still farming. GPK though on this Kunkka having a pretty darn bad game. Not going to feel good for him this far behind on a hero like Kunkka, which hasn't felt strong in the meta at all.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate for him. Had a very rough lane. Now he's trying to come back by farming a little bit, but caught up by the Puck.
Radiant's top
dagger.
tower has fallen.
I mean, Kunkka is really one of those heroes that if you don't keep on top of the network for a long time, you can just fall off and feel like a glorified support. And I feel like he is, unfortunately, kind of headed that direction.
Triangle going to be reinvaded by VP. Nothing to say. Get X'd up. Answer immediately onto Nightfall. Now the Yule's out. They get the bounty rune. No exorcism to play with. Nightfall. The start on Q. Warlord once committed down the arena. DM's in. Fate will follow up. Dream Coil is back up. They are going to commit the A. Immediately LGD trying to rush for him, but nobody can get in range. Maybe they can. No. Save. He gets the full air gone. That will be Beast goes down. Arme, he's going to try and fight with the battle trance, but the boat does come in, and that should mean they are saved. BP will stand their ground, and Nightfall does get a double kill on the Wraith King. LGD overstaying their welcome.
Certainly, like you can't fight this team fight without exorcism, and they didn't even have coil at the time either. Just a massive act by Phoenix here, Radiant timing coming online at the same time as well. Just a whole lot of overtime burn damage from both of the heroes. Way too much for the Dire side to handle here without that exorcism and Puck Coil. Like they need everything they have in order to really fight back VP here. And now, game is back to even suddenly, net worth wise. Wraith King sitting at top of the net worth very comfortably.
That Radiance is really going to start to escalate now on that Wraith King.
Bounty!
LGD might feel pressure to start putting a little bit more pressure onto Nightfall. They do, immediate smoke.
No, they know he has no...
It's the ultis are down.
Wraith King. Quite a long time. If they catch him out here, be a disaster for them. But he's moving away. He's going for Roshan.
Right? Roshan play.
Yeah, always an opportunity, of course, Roche with Troll and pass, especially if you have BP. Way too fast, way too easy.
Arme will take that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Probably wait out that DP ulti to be back up before they group up again. Somebody has to address the top tier 2 situation. Save. Doing a pretty darn good job of split pushing this game. Actually gets spotted by Arme either. We're still in the fog.
How long he will around here? Potentially wait for 1 or 2 waves until he pushes out the next one. Okay, Spirit Vessel finally finished. Going into the Heaven's Halberd next. They're gonna go for 2 Heaven's Halberds here. I think Wraith King is gonna go for one. Then this Troll is gonna have a pretty hard time fighting into them until he gets the BKB, which will be quite a ways off. Actually, screw that. He is going for BKB straight after Yasha, not even finishing his change Yasha. I like that call a lot, but he knows he will need it in order to kill that Phoenix egg.
That's certainly a pretty darn good game read there from Arme. I guess they might just wait till the BKB's up before they go for another team fight, LGD. They might have it just in time before the Aegis does expire. Mame is fast enough. Of course, that is going to still buy more time for Nightfall, who's working towards his own BKB now. So, battle of the BKBs in probably a few minutes. You kind of still feel like you might favor VP with all their team fight, assuming they can get the initiation they're looking for. Kind of like last fight.
It's gonna come down to this DP. If they can burst down the DP in any way, then they will win a team fight. But I think if DP stays alive, that Exorcism running for the full duration, LGD is gonna claim that team fight. He's also itemizing into a BKB, so all that overtime burn damage will be mitigated, of course.
Mame.
Radiant's
Well
bottom
scouted,
tower
they
is
weren't
under
able to get in
attack.
range for the Ets.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, feeling very confident here. Exorcism is back online. Are they gonna try to fight this?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think it's a matter of they know that the troll needs the BKB.
Sure, like he is definitely gonna be way stronger with that BKB, but I feel like this DP right now, together with the Puck Coil, can do a lot of damage, because they don't have any BKBs on Radiant either. But choosing to play very conservatively and just split push the bot lane and try to trade towers.
Radiant's bottom tower
I'm not going to commit to that bottom tier 2 though.
Dire's top
I'm
tower
holding
is
on to the
fortified.
DP ulti for now.
Just gonna try to farm the BKBs. DP is about 1,000 gold
Radiant's
off.
middle tower is
Same
under attack.
as the troll. So it makes sense why they would want to defensive and use this Aegis to farm up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Mid lane,
Radiant's
DPM
bottom
from
tower
save.
is under attack.
Just wants to sit behind DM. The dangerous farming spot there from our Mars.
Got it. Oh my god.
It's being brought out.
Very passive game. 7 reader score, 10 kills in total. 1 kill every 2
Yeah.
minutes. Has to be one of the lowest this whole tournament, I believe.
Any more passiveness, we might have to start asking you to beatbox, Black. Just entertain the viewers for a bit.
Nah, that's a paid service, sorry. Like, it is way too good. You gotta pay some bucks to hear that. I can give you some dad jokes though.
Yeah.
I'm always open for those.
Please don't. Spear out onto the tier 2 tower.
Dire's middle
Q's
tower
gonna go
is
down
under
Nightfall. He'll take the kill on the Wraith King.
Are they gonna get another
Tier 2
tower
tower
here
now.
for free? Like, LGD is giving up a
Seems
lot
that
of
way.
their map without any contest.
Arme's getting close to the BKB, but
Dire's middle tower.
it
has
does feel
fallen.
like you are giving up a bit too much. VP now, they control your triangle.
Yeah, that they do. And I mean, he will finish his BKB and like 150 gold, and they'll be feeling very confident to fight. But I feel like, you know, giving everything up for free, I mean, at least make it a bit harder for them, you know? Make them think about it twice. But now, BKB up, they should be smoking up immediately. Aegis is still there for another 20 seconds, so they won't be able to use that. I think with those BKBs online, they are looking perfect position to take the next team fight.
But you're gonna run out of the Aegis in 15 seconds. In fact, make it 10. So you kind of traded the Aegis for the BKB now. You know, it feels kind of nice with the BKB 10-second charge, but well, there goes the Aegis. LGD, they are smoked up. They're moving their way through the Radiant jungle. They are gonna see GPK in the mid lane. Snowball immediately in. GPK does not have one. Gets shot up though. Arena is down from DM and the egg is going to be there right outside the arena. Nobody can focus it down. LGD going to have to back off for a bit, but now they can go right back in without GPK being up. It's going to be a nice easy team fight for LGD. GPK doesn't want to fight back. Nightfall, he's going to be forced to BKB himself. Now the buyback there for DPK. They're going to try and turn this one around. Nothing to say. They already killed off DM. Back on Arme though. He did not get the battle trance off in time. Now DPK kills off Sing Q and they want more VP. They make it work.
Yeah, They overstayed their welcome here big time in LGD, using both BKBs to kill the Kunkka, and then Puck still blinked in further, calling two people, and they just can't fight without BKBs. Like, this Radiance is too strong against the Troll, he'll miss it way too much. Exorcism was running out already. I feel like they should have just been happy, you know, taking the Kunkka kill, then disengage. You see it here, it was very well played by the Tusk with the shards, but they had to expend both BKBs just to kill that Kunkka. And just, as I said, after that, there's just no way you can fight against Radiance Kunkka. Wraith King, sorry. Way too powerful at this point. You can kill him with your BKBs. Once the BKBs are down, he's the king of the game. Quite literally.
You saw the buyback immediately after the BKB popped. The buyback was out from GPK and was helping turn the team fight. LVP feeling very confident, still a slight net worth lead for them. Neither side really too far ahead. Virtus.Pro, they do have the slight tower advantage, but that's about it. PSG.LGD still looking pretty fine.
They're looking good, but you want a bit more from like your two BKB reveals, you know? You don't just want to lose a fight on the back of two BKB reveals. A little bad for them. Now it's smoked up here by VP. Trying to catch them off guard. Only have a master initiate with Blink, they gotta.
The triangle.
Dire are scanning.
HP on, he'd be a nice pick off.
Oh, they're just
Radiant's
cutting the tower
bottom
down.
tower is under attack.
Wraith King just going for the tower.
Dire's structures
Says screw you all.
Fair enough. He's gonna TP back down to the bot lane to try and defend. Arme needs to be cautious. They are sneaking up from behind of the arena. Gonna be nice with Arme. He got the BKB in time. Right onto the Wraith King, but another great egg. Or is it? They're gonna try and focus it with the battle touch. They do get it. They get it down, saved without buyback. Now VP, can they fight without it? Well, they've got Arme anyway. Battle touch down. Means the Troll will die. VP falling quite low. Nothing to say. Trying to run his way out now as more buybacks are flying out. Save. He's back to the team fight with the Sun Ray. Nothing to say. Looking not really that tanky. Snowball gonna bring him right back in. This is not where they want to be in LGD. They're still fighting. Nothing to say. Back up to help me. Now Faith Beyond in the backside. Gets GPK on the Kunkka. Is he actually just gonna outrun the side of VP? He will.
Yeah. The back of that frozen sigil from Tusk. Starting moving speed down by far too much. Puck makes it out of there. But you can just see, like, these long, drawn-out fights, they really favor VP. As soon as those BKBs are down, this Troll is just food. A Spirit Vessel on him, Wraith King beating into him, and his BKB is running lower and lower. Once he has a 5-second BKB, he's gonna feel so damn uncomfortable to fight this game, like, at all, really. That's why I said Wraith King is one of the better heroes against Troll, because post BKB, you just make him your peasant, basically. Wraith King would say.
To say, mid lane, Nightfall, getting used up, shards out. Nightfall is fairly alone, nobody's around it. Gets this BKB off, Tombstone's down. Teammates slowly making their way over. With the Sun Ray down, Nightfall might be okay, but no, they are still going. They are committed. Arena on the ball of the green coil. Faith Beyond holding them all down. Arme, he will pop the battle plan. Back on a Nightfall. The Wraith King looking very squishy now. He's gone.
That
Very confident farming position from Nightfall, and they even get saved.
it was a massive blunder. Now they're suddenly up 8k. What? I'm so surprised by his gold shift. Like, what the hell just happened? Wraith King there, of course, like, he's way out of position. And LGD just punished him straight away. It was a huge blunder there by the Wraith King.
Radiant's middle
Nightfall,
tower
a rare
is
mistake over the series. Or their pos 1.
He was completely
To them.
isolated.
Roshan's up.
Actually
Roshan's
crazy.
up at 15 as well, Black.
Yeah, that should be a pretty easy one for LGD here once more. Aegis Troll. Still, without BKB, he's not gonna feel very confident fighting, even with that Aegis. But now something up 8k gold, which was foreseen as being very strong powerhouse. He's closing in on the Shiva's guard. Once he has that, Wraith King is gonna feel very uncomfortable fighting with your DP as well. Just DP scaling too well. So Exorcism never really falls off. Spirit Siphon scales with your own max health. So he's very happy to go late game against Kunkka and Wraith King. He's gonna be possibly even be the main problem, you know? Control is a problem, sure, but his DP might potentially be a bigger one.
Faith Beyond, speed up, DM. Get the timing right with the torrent.
Nice.
They have the control.
Well played here by the Mars. And immediate smoke up.
Without the puck, they feel quite confident to fight. Gonna move in. GD, they are reading this quite well. They've kind of dissipated across the map.
Oh,
Nobody really in an awkward position to get caught out.
yeah, DP also forgot to pick up a neutral item, the Psychic
Radiant's
Headband.
bottom tower is under attack.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna go into the
Where-
getting fined by the coach book.
Where is
Just
the
lying
puck?
there at
Actually,
the small camp. Yeah, Mars picked it up, I believe. Yeah, he did. Mars just
Ouch.
stole their neutral item. And Psychic Headband is a pretty damn good item for puck,
Radiant
so
are scanning.
yeah, not gonna be too happy about that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nightfall back down to that bot tier 1 tower. He's still pretty darn strong in the Wraith King, still the highest net worth hero.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
LGD though, smoking up through the Radiant jungle. Straight to GPK. This Kunkka, he's had such a hard time this game, and it's not going to get that much easier. He just gets bursted down so darn quick by LGD. Now PP's out, no
Nice
green
focus.
call. They have caught out the Wraith King. Nightfall is going to try and run with the BKB, but they're going to chase him down. A great shot out from CQ to lock him in before the staircase, and now they have the control with the tombstone. Nightfall, he's going to try and fight, but he is all alone. They even hit him before he dies.
I like this itemization, but nothing to say. He's going into his own AC to counter the Wraith King's AC, nullifying the effect of it. Much better than the Shiva's got this game. Like, they're making very smart item decisions here on the PSG side. Now with that Exorcism up, they're trying to threaten high ground. He has no buyback on the Wraith King for 4 minutes. Without Wraith King, it's going to be incredibly difficult to really do anything here. They might lose one side, potentially even not two, because it's a
Solar Crest even going to be there from White. It's really speed things up here for Arme.
Radiant's
Machine
middle
gun
tower has
control.
fallen.
Great support, even salves him up.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has
Pick up
fallen.
there for the troll.
Oh, Spear is there, DM. Locks him down. Sunray, he's doing a lot of damage. Does force the BKB usage out of Arme. GD immediately out of there now. 13k net worth lead, and like, might I add, your sound effects, amazing. Thank you for that.
Oh, you like him? That's
Oh, absolutely.
where those came from.
Please.
In fact, I kid you not, I was very popular with my teammates for all the sound effects I always made after the games. Or sometimes even during the games.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely loved it. I can't believe
I'm
Valve
sure they
approached me at be, you know, the special effects master.
Neither can I, Black. Your sound effects are impeccable. I couldn't tell the difference for a second there. I
Exactly.
thought it was in game.
Yeah, that's just my power. Like, I have the talent to have only useless talents. That's my talent. He's just gonna be reclaimed here in 50. So they might potentially be looking for one more fight with it, but probably not. Just wants to farm up as a Abyssal Blade. Now Troll
Dire's bottom tower
over
is under
top
attack.
network spot. Filthy rich on him.
I have punching for you.
LGD into the Radiant Triangle
Dire's
again.
bottom tower is under attack.
I think
Abyssal Blade very close for Arme.
time to reverse
Yes.
roles, MLP. How do they come back into this game?
Oh. You know, I don't know. I'm looking at Nightfall. Obviously, it's kind of on his shoulders, right? A bit more farm, a Abyssal Blade's kind of nice, but you know what I'm thinking, Black? Aghanim Scepter Divine Rapier. That's what I want to see from Nightfall.
Aghanim Scepter Divine Rapier. I dig it. I would love to see it. So hopefully we will. But you just saw like how fast he dies under the Spirit Siphon and Exorcism. This DP is a real problem, but you can't just ignore the troll either. And as I said before, these cores are just scaling too well on this dire side. Sure, your Wraith King is very strong, but your Kunkka at this point kind of feels like a glorified support. And so does Mars. They offer a little bit of disable here and there, but no damage whatsoever. You're gonna have huge damage problems in the next teamfight. All on Phoenix, all on Wraith King.
I mean, DPK is basically just a walking boat at this point. X is kind of nice as well, and that's it.
That's why we don't see Kunkka played more. It's just, he can be really damn underwhelming if he doesn't have a great game.
You know what I'm really afraid about, Black?
What's that?
I've been saying this to John for a while as well, but I feel like Tinker's due for a buff, and it scares me a lot. To go back into that very boring, slow, but no, don't stick up for Tinker. In fact, hold that thought, because in the triangle, they are going to go in onto DM. In fact, they found Kingslayer as well. DM is going to try and fight back with his BKB, but Arme has the control with the ensnares, just locking it down. He drops the arena to at least buy support time for his team, but nothing to say is getting to work, getting the job done. Egg going to be committed, Nightfall going to try and protect him. Nothing to say, getting it down with Arme, and now the battle trap is there onto the Wraith King. He will lose the first life and more than likely the second, because he has nobody around him. He'll try TP out, but the Walrus Punch is there in time.
Yeah,
DD, they got high ground again.
Yeah, PSG just know that they have no damage right now to deal with them at all. Wraith King has a buyback, so does Phoenix. They're gonna use it to kind of push him back a little bit, maybe. Maybe they're not even gonna be scared enough to go back. Roll still hitting the entire tower. It's falling so damn fast, man.
My spirits to slow it down a little bit. Arme breaking his arms with the attacks that are so darn fast. He'll leave, and like if we could go back to the previous conversation now, you were saying I brought up the whole Tinker issue that I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it?
I'd argue Tinker is already too strong in games where he's good and too weak in games where he's like a very delicate hero to balance, right? Like if you buff him more, then in games where he's already strong, he's gonna be absolutely ridiculous. Gotta be careful when you walk down that line of balance in that hero. Like, I don't want to have a hero just defend high ground in all towers. Definitely also be a huge combat contributor. Don't want to have that back. Tinker should be situational pick. And right now I think he is. It's just people are afraid of experimenting with him.
Are scanning.
I think he has a place in Dota.
Well, there you have Ice Frog if you are listening. Black, a professional player, Dota 2, don't buff him, just nerf him over and over again.
Don't nerf him either.
You want just
Tinker haters. Just leave him be. Wait until he gets picked a little and competitive, maybe. Strengths and weaknesses.
No.
But don't nerf him.
Too far.
Don't nerf him.
Just delete him. Much easier. Saves you the time. Leads beyond. Oh, this could be a big team fight. LGD, they get the green coil. They're called free. Arena down. Sideways mode. Everything's being thrown out, but they have so many enemies surrounding them in this arena. Nightfall, he just can't hit anyone right now. Egg is finally down, but they're going to have plenty of time to take it out. Now DM, he is still trapped up by the charms. He is gone.
30k gold lead now.
And that's it, GG.
is called.
They call it.
A very uneventful game, unfortunately. Like, the draft was heavily favoring PSG.LGD, and they didn't really ever drop the ball. Wraith King was very far.